this is the game they'll be targeting this weekend more so, thinking they could possibly even put in an understrength side and still beat Toulouse, an understrength Toulouse side. I think Catalans will ramp up for this game. They need to beat Leeds after getting turned over in Golden Point by Leeds the other week when they had a commanding margin of victory. I'm gonna go Catalans to win their last home game of the season. Catalans by 4.
I'll go Leeds by 4 then. But again, it's a coin toss, isn't it?
It really is, yeah. Okie dokes. Women's Super League game of the week: Leeds versus York, Sunday at 1 p.m. That probably will decide who finishes top in that competition as well. So that's a humdinger of a match. In the Championship, there isn't really a game of the week, but I've picked Halifax versus Bradford Sunday 3 p.m. as maybe being the best of a bit of a top versus bottom bunch of games, as exemplified by the TV game being Dewsbury versus Batley on Monday at 7:45 p.m. In League One, obviously the games to pay attention to now in League One are those ones involving Hunslet and Oldham. So Hunslet play Doncaster Friday at 7:30 p.m. and Swinton host Oldham Sunday at 3 p.m. You kind of can see both of them losing those games. So taking it all down to a last day decider.
Well, it'd be the right thing to do, wouldn't it?
It would. It certainly would. Or both win those games and take it down to the last game decider. Okay, any of those games that we've talked about, any other rugby league that you watch or are involved in or want to talk about, then get your fan reviews in on the Google form for next week's games. Look out for the links after all the Super League matches, and then when you click that link, you can put in fan reviews for any other game you want to as well on there at the same time. Okay, that is our guesses made for next week. We're now going to wrap up the show. Okay, Sarah, you've been away, but your dad hasn't been away, so I'm hoping he's got a quiz lined up for us all.
He has got a quiz lined up for you. I'm not sure how you'll do with it, because this week...
Badly, I'm guessing then.
We're looking at historical silverware.
Okay. Time. Yeah, we thought guesses were over, but it turns out we've got 3 more to give.
Actually 4, because the first question is a 2-parter.
Good stuff.
So, question 1. Who are the current holders of the 2 county cups?
Okay.
And if you want a bit of, context, these were last played in the 1992 to 93 season.
Okay. I mean, I might as well just go with who were the best sides around those times then.
Okay.
So I'll have to guess Wigan, even though I probably think we were focusing on the actual proper trophies by that stage. But I'll still go Wigan. For Lancashire, and then for Yorkshire, who was the best Yorkshire team around that time? Leeds. Let's go Leeds.
You get 1 out of 2. Wigan beat St Helens 5 points to 4.
Wow, thriller.
Yeah, nail biter. Slightly more convincing was the Yorkshire final, in which Wakefield beat Sheffield 29-16.
Wow.
So question 2, this goes a bit further back. Who is the current holder of the BBC Two Floodlit Cup?
Oh, wow. When was it last played? Like 1977 or something?
Oh, you're very close, Mark. If I could give you a point for being a year out, it's 1978.
I think it's Castleford.
You're very confident with that?
I'm not confident, but something at the back of my head made me think we've had something about this before, and it was Castleford. Did Cass beat Blackpool in the last final?
No. Neither of those teams were in it.
Oh, well.
It was Hull FC.
All right.
We beat Rovers 13 points to 3.
Good stuff.
And a touch earlier.
For those people that are listening saying that's a really weird scoreline, that was still in the days of 3 points for a try.
Yes.
Yeah.
And finally, question 3. Who is the holder of the Captain Morgan trophy?
I mean, you're going to have to give me context what that trophy is for.
So this is a competition made up of the first round winners from the county cups, meaning neither of the Hull clubs nor St Helens made the draw. And this was in 1973-74 season.
I mean, so I've got to name a player from
No. A team.
Oh, it was a trophy.
Yeah, it was a cup.
Oh, I thought it was like an individual award.
No.
I've never even heard of this cup.
Do you know something? I haven't either.
So is it like what became the Regal Trophy or something like that?
Possibly.
Anyway, I need to think of Rummans. What year? 1973?
Yeah.
Salford.
Oh, close. It was Warrington.
Why is it close then?
Well, Warrington and Salford, I always think are a similar sort of team. They're both, same neck of the woods-ish.
They are at other ends of the same road, I suppose, in a way.
And they beat Featherstone 4-0.
Okie dokes. Yeah.
So,
No, I did bad.
1 out of 4.
Yeah.
When in doubt, I guess your own team.
No, yeah. I mean, when talking about a team that won a trophies in the 90s, guess my own team.
Well, yeah.
Let's be fair. Fair enough. Okay, so we talked about at the top England Knights, but the main reason it's been brought up today, the England Knights, in the news, is that England Knights are going to play Scotland as part of Scotland's build-up to the World Cup. So that's going to be a warm-up game played in Edinburgh on Sunday, the 8th of October. So if you are a rugby league fan north of the border, you've got a great opportunity to go and watch some rugby league close up in Edinburgh. For the first time in a while, you'll be seeing top class players in Edinburgh, so that's good news.
Yeah.
The Knights are also going to play a France B team in Bordeaux the week before that, on Saturday the 1st of October, before heading to Edinburgh. So they're going to be well travelled, are these Knights. And joining up with the Knights squad is Wakefield winger Lewis Murphy, Huddersfield forwards Owen Trout and Oliver Wilson, and Leeds' Cameron Smith. They've all been included in that squad. The squad in full then is Jake Truman from Cass, Matt Whitley from Catalans, Jack Broadbent from Featherstone. Oh, of course, yeah, he went there on loan, didn't he? Matty English, Will Price, Owen Trout, Oliver Wilson from Huddersfield, Jack Brown and Jordan Lane from Hull FC, Mikey Lewis and Jed Litton from Hull KR, Morgan Gannon, Tom Holroyd, Cam Smith and Liam Tyndall from Leeds, John Bennison, Jake Wingfield from Saints, Lewis Murphy from Wakefield, Ellis Longstaff, sort of Hull, but really in this context Warrington, Josh Fewlis, Danny Walker, Connor Wrench and Matty Nicholson from Warrington. Even Havard, Sam Halsall, James McDonald, Brad O'Neill, Oliver Partington, Harry Smith and Morgan Smithies from Wigan. So that's what the England Knights squad looks. Any comments first of all on those players that have been brought in?
I mean, they've performed recently, haven't they? There's a lot of injured players that are in that squad. But yeah, Murphy's just scored a hat-trick. I suppose he's up there, isn't he? Nice to see a player from Wakefield getting called up. Hopefully that'll help his development.
Well, yeah, because it actually means that every Super League club other than Salford, I think, have got representation in this squad. I suppose Salford don't have too many young players, do they? And generally, the Knights squad is mostly young players. Cameron Smith, I think, absolutely deserves some sort of recognition. I wouldn't put him in the young player category anymore. He's mid-20s now, isn't he? But he's been outstanding for Leeds in the loose forward position this year, I think.
Yeah.
So I definitely think he's deserving of recognition. It would surprise me a bit that he wasn't already in this squad.
Yeah.
And then looking at what sort of side you'd pick out of all of that, I suppose you'd be thinking of Will Price at fullback. Maybe Jack Broadbent's another option there, but probably Will Price. You'd be wanting to see Jake Truman and Mikey Lewis as the halfbacks, wouldn't you, out of all them? Really?
But not at the moment, are you?
Who? Sorry?
Not Truman won't be playing, will he?
No, he's out injured, isn't he? He must. Yeah, and he's definitely going to be out. Actually, yeah. So actually, the makeup of this squad is confusing then.
Yeah.
Probably they're going to have to put John Bennison at fullback and put Will Price and Mikey Lewis in the halves then. Oh, Harry Smith, sorry. Harry Smith will be playing in the halfbacks.
Yes.
That's almost, actually, looking back at that, that's guaranteed. He's been awesome this year. Harry Smith and Mikey Lewis, that'd be a good combination to watch.
Yeah, it'd be definitely interesting to see how they'd work together.
Jez Litton and Brad O'Neill and Danny Walker, they're your hooking options. Bit light on front row forwards, isn't it? But you've got those two that have come in from Huddersfield. You've got Jack Brown as well. He's a middle unit forward, isn't he?
Brown's out for the rest of the year,
so he's not going to be playing. So they are Oliver Partington and Morgan Smithies. They're middle unit forwards, so they'll be playing, won't they? Mm-hmm. Good experience for these players, and good for Scotland to have a warm up game as well against a side that will be a Super League caliber opposition.
Yeah.
I do wonder if any of these players might have any kind of eligibility for any of the other squads, but all of the players that any World Cup side is expecting to select from will have had to have been named already in their extended 60-man squads that have been submitted a month or so ago to the IRL. So if any of those players are on any of those lists, you'd think that they would have been having a word with England to tell them that. But is that me being
joined up thinking in the B League?
Yeah, it's me being optimistic, isn't it? That.
Yeah. Possibly.
Well, it'll be a long season for those Wigan players. They're going to have won the Cup and then won the Super League. They'll have played every game possible. I'm only joking. Only probably Havard, Smith and Smithies and Partington have played a lot of those games, though, haven't they? Any names in there that you think are surprised by? Any young players that you think are missing out that we've been talking a lot about as well?
I haven't got the squad in front of me, so I am struggling a little bit to...
Oh yeah, I put this in after I sent you the rundown.
Yeah, I think it's nice to see a good variety. I think I'd want to just look at Salford's squad again, but I can't think of anybody who would immediately jump out as being, they should be in there.
Well, there are players who you could think of being of a quality for sort of a representative look, but then they're probably too old now to be thinking about. So, you'd be talking about Braley. Well, he's going to be playing for Scotland anyway, actually, isn't he? You'd be talking about Sneyd and you'd be talking about Ackers, but they're, late 20s. They're not...
Yeah.
They're not kids, and they're not... And you don't see them breaking into the England squad proper. Joe Burgess, maybe, but there's an argument that he should be in the proper England squad. Dion Cross would be the one, actually, unless he's eligible for one of the other countries and maybe going to be playing for one of them.
Yeah, but it is nice, as I say, to have that representation from practically every team. I've been very impressed with Ellis Longstaff, because I think when I was last on, it was the week that it just been announced, and I said he's the one of the three that I know the least about and everything else, but he's been such a good player, so it's nice to see him getting some sort of recognition. Yeah.
Dion Cross doesn't even have a Wikipedia page, so